So now let's move on to simulate the circuit. As you can see the circuit diagram here, so you can click on PSpice, there is schematics, right, and there get your parts. What all are the parts? As discussed, we need resistance, so type the part name as either small r or capital R, place it accordingly. Now we need 3 ohm. You can see we have 3 ohm and 2 ohm here, so use your keyboard shortcut to rotate, that is Control and R, okay, and place it vertically. This is for 3 ohm and this is for 2 ohm. Then right click to disable the rest. Now let us take one inductance. So the part name is L as discussed. Type L and then enter. Place it somewhere here, and then you can press escape button or right click, and then capacitance. Type C and then enter. We need 2, so we'll keep here. That is for minus 2i, and let us rotate and place it vertically here. And as told, we require common ground. That is the part name is AGND. Enter, and then we need an input of current, so we use I sign. Now we've got all the parts, zoom to fit, and you can use the keyboard shortcut Control W for the wires, or you can click on this icon which says draw wire. Build the circuit, and then we can change the values. So let us give input. Here we have 0.5 and the value of L1. So let's go back. Let's first name these, which are easy, 3 and 2 ohm. And what is the calculated value for L1? So let's go back and see in PSpice in theoretical calculations. So L1 is 3 point. So L1, what is the value of L1? Double click on this. It is 3.183 milli. That is small m. So small m in PSpice is milli. Small u stands for 10 power minus 6. N stands for 10 power minus 9. F stands for 10 power minus 15. Similarly for C1, the value of C1 is 1.592 milli, and the value of C2 is 3.183 milli. Okay, and now this is important. What all parameters has to be given as input for I sign, right? This is not a DC source. This is not a DC source. It's an AC. Thus DC is 0. Is an AC source, so AC should be 1. Now what is I of? I of is offset. That is whenever you want to shift your origin, so it's not required. So type put 0. Amplitude, as discussed, will have 1 ampere. Frequency we have considered as 50 hertz. Type your input frequency as 50. So these are the values which you have to set for your input current source, and then click on save attribute and then OK. Now you can rearrange here. You can pull the values, rearrange it if you want, just to make sure the circuit looks neat. Save your file. So I'll be naming as EX 1.2. Right, now we have to go to setup analysis, click on transient, and we have to give the initial time and final time. So I'll give here and then I'll explain why we are doing so. So I'll give print time as 0 and then final time as 1 second. Okay, so I'll be explaining shortly. I'm saving the file. So let's see why should we give the data as 0 and 1. Now what frequency have we selected? We have assumed the frequency as 50 hertz. And what is the time period? Time period is 1 by frequency. You'll get that as 20 millisecond. So what you understood as 50 hertz and what have you understood as 20 milliseconds? So 50 hertz means for 1 second you will have 50 cycles, and 20 milliseconds means the time taken for 1 cycle is 20 milliseconds. Now 0 is something called as sprint time, and final time I have given as 1 second, not 20. So in the final time, as you can see in PSpice, when I go to PSpice, yes, in PSpice, when we double click on when you click on setup analysis and transient, you can see final time I have given as 1 second. Now here, if I give it as 20m, that means I can see how many cycles? I can see only one cycle, one complete cycle. If I give here as 10 milli, I can see only positive. Similarly, if I give here the initial time as 10m and the final as 20m, take a guess, what can I see? I can see only half cycle, and that too for negative region. So if my final time is 10 and if my final time is 20 and my initial time is 10, what can I see? You can see here, this is my 10 milli. So I can see only between 10 milli to 20 milli, which is my negative region. So what is my print time? My print time I've given as 0, and my final time I've given as 1 second. That means I can see 50 cycles. Why should we see so many cycles? You'll understand when we simulate and show you. Right? I hope you have understood until here. So let us see the magnitude. And what should the magnitude be? The magnitude should be 1.317. 1.317 ohm. Remember, this is your magnitude of Z equivalent. So let's try to simulate and see the magnitude. What value do we get? So here I'll change this to 0 and I'll keep this to 1 second. Save the file. Now I must see the voltage. Go to markers, take voltage differential. This is my A and B. So if you want to name, you can go to this draw text, type A, place it here, similarly place it here for B. Now run simulation. Now, so you can see here, this is our output waveform, and you can see the time here as 1 second, right? So if I give as 20, you can see only 1 cycle. Now I must see the magnitude. So click on cursor peak, and you can see all these icons, they get highlighted after we click cursor peak. Now you can see the value is 0 initially. Now, what is A1, A2, what is the difference? We'll understand slowly. Now click on cursor peak, right? As you are aware, this column is your y-axis, this is your x-axis, and these are your labels, right? So this is x-axis and this is your y-axis. What is different? It is nothing but A1 minus A2 along x-axis and y-axis. So now as I click on cursor peak, so you can see it shifted from origin to the first peak along the waveform. So at 16.907 milli, my peak value is 1.0679. I just show you, as I click on cursor peak, my values are changing. My peak values are changing. Then how do I decide what is the peak value? What is my answer? So let us see what value we get constant. So let us see again. Go to cursor peak. Click on toggle cursor peak, and as you shift, you can see the value 1.2547. As I click on next, I can see 1.2570. Next 1.2577, and I feel this value remains constant. So let's check the next peak value. It is 257879. So it is 1.2579. You can see that's my peak value, that is constant. So thus 1.25. So now I'll write down in PSpice, we have got the output as 1.2579 ohm. This is your output from PSpice or simulation. Right. Now why is this deviation? Or you can see in PSpice, you can see in your output, it is increasing, decreasing, increasing, decreasing, and then again and then after some time it remains constant. So this deviation is because of charging and discharging of voltage across capacitance, charging and discharging of current through inductance. So as you are aware in your regular class, so initially there will be some disturbance in the class, right? So as the teacher enters, it will gradually reduce. As he or she starts taking your attendance, it will again further reduce. And then as he or she indulges in her session, the class would come to standstill. That is steady state. So initially you have some disturbances, and afterwards the peak value remains constant. That is, your voltage takes over the disturbances, or your session head is taking over the class. Now we'll find out what time we got the peak value constant. So let us go back again here, let us trace back, let us move it a little forward and try to find when do we get the constant value 1.2579. At what time we got it constant. Yes, for an example, until 156.114 milliseconds the class was disturbed, and afterwards the peak value remains constant. You can see from that time onwards it is constant, right? So let's go back again and see at what old time we got it constant, right? So this time is important, 156.114. What is the value? What is the time? At 156.114. So let us write it down. At what time we have got it constant at 159.114 milliseconds. So until there we have disturbance, right? So next we'll see how do we find the angle theta. So now we have seen the theoretical answers are 1.317 and the angle is minus 34.615, and the simulated answer for magnitude is 1.2579, and we have discussed why do we have deviations, right? Now let us find the angle theta, which we have calculated, and we have got the answer as minus 34.695 degrees. Now how do we find? Now what you have to remember is what we have kept as input. We have kept our input as current, and what are we finding? We are finding voltage as plus at the top and negative at the bottom. Now that means I am taking current, I repeat, I am taking current as reference, and let me take a different color to represent voltage. And voltage, what is the angle for voltage? Where is it? It is coming down, and this angle is minus 34.695, right? So you can see with respect to current, voltage is lagging. And what is your waveform for this? For this vector diagram, let us draw the waveform. So let me take the current waveform, which is as reference. This is your current waveform, and how is your voltage? Your voltage is lagging, so it will be something like this. So black color is your voltage, red color is your current, and we must find the angle, that is we must find this difference, right? We must find this difference, right? I'll call as A and B, right? So that difference is represented as delta t, okay, small difference of time, because we know in x-axis we have time. Then how do we convert this time to theta? So we have a formula which says your theta is simply equal to delta t into 360 into f, or you can also write that as delta t into 360 the whole divided by your time period. Okay, do not get confused with this t and this t, whereas this t is your time period, that is 20 milliseconds. Okay, so I hope you have understood how do you where do you find theta. I mean, to find theta you have to find this delta t, this time difference you have to find. So to do that, what we'll do is we'll keep A1 cursor here, and we'll keep A2 cursor at this zero crossing. So let's go to PSpice and use A1 cursor and A2 cursor. So here, how do we find the reference, or where do we keep A1 cursor? Right? So you can't keep at 0, and you should not keep at 156.114 also. You should find your angle with wherever you have steady state, that is from 156.114 milli to 1 second, right? So that is from 156.114 milli to 1 second. Wherever you want, you can find your theta. That is in your steady state region, not in your not where you have some disturbances. Then how do you select theta? Right? So let's go back to the slide and see how can you select your theta. So now, let's take a time period for a waveform, which is 1 second here, and we have disturbance until 154 milli, let us say that. So we have disturbance until there. So we should not find theta between 0 to 154 milli. So find your theta after that is in this region, that is between 154 to 1 second. In this region you can find your theta. Then how do I select my origin? So you have to shift every cycle. So your first cycle is between 0 to 20 milliseconds. Shift every cycle. Okay, let us say that for 20 milli is my end of cycle. For that, if I simply multiply by 4, what do I get? I get 80 milliseconds. So can I select 80 milliseconds as my reference? No, because 80 milli is within 154 milli. So let us say I multiply this into 6, right? So it is 120 milliseconds. So can I take 120 milliseconds? Again, no. Then this 20 milliseconds I will multiply with, for example, let us say 7. So I get 140 milliseconds. Yes, I can consider this. No, I cannot consider this also because I have 154. So let us say I multiply 20m with 9. Then I get 180 milliseconds. And yes, I can consider 180 milli as my reference point. Thus, what do? I go to PSpice. Just give me a moment. I go to PSpice and I have to select the time period as 180 milliseconds. So doing that with your mouse is very difficult. You can see using my arrows, I am trying to set at 180 milli, exactly at 180 milli. You can see it's approximately 180 milli, not accurate. So instead of that, what you can do, you can click on this cursor search and type the code search for X value, that is SFXV, and type 180M. I repeat, the code for that is either caps lock or small. You can use any of the code, right? And the code for that is, what is the code for A1 cursor? Your code would be, just a moment, your code is SFXV bracket 160M, or you can also type in this way, capital S, capital F, capital X, capital V, 0.16. okay, so this code you have to type. As you type that code and click on OK, the cursor will be placed at 160M. Let us say my cursor is here. Okay, let us say my cursor is somewhere here. Let us say it is at origin. I type the code SFXV 0.16, right? So you can see it has, sorry, 180, right? 0.18. I get 180 milliseconds. I'm sorry, it's not 160, it is 18. So let us correct here. It is not 16, I'm sorry, it is 0.18, or here it is 180 milli, right? So when you do that, this will be your reference point. So let me zoom in. This is your zoom area. So let me try to zoom in. Let me play. This is your reference point 180 milli as your reference point. Now we must find which theta, this theta, from your reference point to the next zero crossing. So let me compare with the waveform that we had shown. So you can see here. So this A1 cursor is where I have placed. This A1 cursor is what we have done, place our reference as 180 milli, right? And here we have to place at this zero crossing for A2 cursor, and the code for that is search SFLE, search forward along y-axis for the value 0, because you can see at this x-axis the value of y is 0. So let's go to PSpice and do that. Now click on cursor search, select cursor 2, which is nothing but your A2 cursor, and the code as told, it is SFLE, search forward along y-axis for the value 0. Now you can see it has come here. Where do we want? We want after cursor. I'll just show you when I do it again. Let me say you, it will come here. It will search along your y-axis and it will place at this zero crossing. Okay, let's see that. You can see 161. At 161 I have 0, and here I have something greater than 170 milli. So you can see I have placed here. Right, what I should do, I should place here. So let me click again. Now it has come here. So instead of that, what you can do is to do it do it once instead of doing it thrice, you can right click, drag, place it after your reference, click on cursor search, type the code and then click OK. You can do it at once. Let us say by mistake you left click, you change your reference point. Accordingly you click calculate. So to do it accurately, you can cursor search and you can see as I have left click, cursor 1 is selected. Type the code SF-XV180M. Click on OK. Okay, let us say again by mistake you have done that. Click on cursor search. You can type the code again in caps lock, SF-XV, anywhere around 0.18 and then enter. Just a moment. X I have missed. So let us type SF-XV and then yes. Now what is the difference that we have got? This is your delta T, minus 1.9824 M, minus, I repeat, minus, we have got delta T as minus 1.9824 milli, right? And how do we find theta? Theta is delta T into 360 into F, and where your frequency is 50 Hertz. So when we solve, we get the answer as minus 35.68 degree. Thus we have converted time in angles, right? So this is how we have to simulate and find the answer. Now that we have found the value of impedance 1.2579 ohms and then its angle as minus 35.68 degree. So there is small deviation in answers here, which is acceptable because of the changes in the value of what we have considered as 1 ohm. Sorry, for example, for L we have considered as 1. For L we have considered this as 1. Just a moment. We have considered this as 1i, and for this as minus 2i, and for this as 1i. Whereas in PSpice we have not taken this as whole. We have just taken up to 3 decimal points. For L1, for C2 and C1, we have just taken up to 3 decimal points, and that is why you can see the differences. So what you can try is you can try the entire value, whatever you get in calculator, and see the values after simulation, the values will further reduce. So why aren't the answers matching? The answers are not matching because in calculation you have taken as 1i for inductor for your L1, but whereas in simulation you have taken that as 3.81 some value up to 3 decimal points, and that is done for the capacitance also, and that's the only reason why your answers are not matching. So this is how you have to calculate and simulate.